Well, we're back on the Kensington track here at Royal Randwick on the eve of its return to racing tomorrow, and really looking forward to the card. I'm here with Nevesh Ramdhani, the Royal Randwick track manager, and our general manager of tracks, Lindsay Murphy. And Nevesh, the punters will want to know, tell us all about the new dimensions of this track and what you've done.
Yeah, hello Brett. First up, really exciting. Obviously it's been a long time waiting for this track to return, but really excited and really upbeat about racing on it tomorrow. Well, Brett, basically the dimensions of the track hasn't changed. It's 2,088 meters round and 18 meters wide. A lot of what we've changed is underneath the surface. We have tweaked some of the cambers. It used to be 0.5% down the straight. Now it's 1.2 on the straights and up to 3% around the turn. Interestingly, the 400-meter turn, the home turn, we've adjusted the camber slightly as well, because in the old track, once you got to roughly the 400-meter marker, there was a bit of a dip. We've taken all of that away now and made it a more natural running line for horses coming around the turn. And half the reason why the old track, they got off the rail was because of that. And I think they'll race a much more true line. Just taking it a step backwards, full credit to the ATC board. When we decided to rebuild this track, they gave us the directive to pretty much start from a clean slate. And so we dug up the old track all the way down to the base. We then put in a new drainage system, we got in a new profile, and we've used the tried and tested turf grass species, which is a Kikuyu male sterile. We have been testing this track for the last month, and all of the tests that we did produced some really positive feedback. So, a positive start. We're looking forward to tomorrow. Obviously, that's the ultimate test. But at this point in time, really excited and upbeat about racing on it tomorrow.
Yeah, and you've mentioned, some of the traits of this track now, similarly modelled onto Canterbury Park. And of course, Lindsay Murphy was intimately involved in the building of Canterbury Park, which has been acknowledged for some time as one of the best services in Sydney. Lindsay, your opinion of this track and how it stacks up against Canterbury Park?
Yeah, no, well, it certainly does, Brett. One of the anomalies we have, no one likes to see us lose a race meeting. So everyone puts a great emphasis then on a free draining track and a track that'll drain as well as you can have a track drain. But in doing that, there's a great juggling act between stability and that drainage. And we've tended over the years where we've tried to boost the drainage rates to lose that stability that we've needed. This track, we tried to pump it up more so we'd have a bit more stability than that. Our initial testing was done on that drainage level. The drainage wasn't as high as we would have liked it to have been, so we remixed the track, which was a well worthwhile exercise because we've still got a great drainage rate and we've still got that stability that we were after. And as I say, it's a real balancing act, and I'm pretty sure we've achieved it.
Yeah, and as you say, and Nevesh has touched on that at certain points during the rebuild, you've stopped and said, no, we're not 100% happy. Just talk us a little bit through that.
Well, in the rebuilding of Canterbury and Rose Hill, and then a rebuild of this previously, we've never undertaken the level of testing that has gone on in this track. It's unbelievable, and a great lot of thanks and credit to our consultants that we use, who are absolute experts in every various aspect of these constructions. We rely on them very heavily. They were much a part of it, but as I say, the testing that this track has undergone is unprecedented, and hopefully we'll reap the rewards.
Yeah, fantastic. And just Nevesh, finally, before we wander down and go through the vital statistics for tomorrow, just how confident are you on the health of this grass and the root system?
Yeah, look, it's extremely healthy. We laid the grass at the right time of the year in its growing season. It's consolidated really well. Obviously, it's still pretty early days. This time next year it'll be a lot more mature. But in saying that, for the age of the plant, it's in great health. It's got real good rhizomes and stolons. It's very healthy, and I think it will manage the race meeting really well.
Fantastic. Well, punters, there's some great insight there into the new track here and what's gone into it, and we'll wander down to the finishing post here and just go through the vital stats. Well, Nevesh, here we are at the winning post at the Kensington track ahead of tomorrow's meeting. Talk us through the track reading and the weather conditions.
Okay, Brett, so the track is currently rated a good 4, penetrometer 4.72. We did have some light showers earlier this morning. a total of 1.6 mil fell, which is just perfect, and you can feel the weather's certainly cooled down. It's overcast today. They're forecasting an overcast day tomorrow as well. So look, I think there's just enough moisture in the track. It's really ideal, and the grass cover on the Kensington track is just phenomenal. It really is thick, and there's a great cushion of grass on it, and I think it's going to race really well. It's going to be interesting, though. It's obviously new to us, and it's going to be new-ish to the jockeys riding it, but I can tell you that it is in fantastic order ahead of tomorrow. We'll kick off on a true rail, and as I said, we have had some gallops and we've done some testing on it, and we've used it a bit on the outside, but the track generally it presents in fantastic order.
Yeah, well, it's been a long job and a long haul. Great work by Nevesh and Lindsay and all the team here, and we look forward to welcoming the Kenzo back tomorrow and seeing the horses come over it. Thanks, Nevesh.
Thank you, Brett, and looking forward to it.